Welcome everyone to the Tethys Shipyards. I am Takeshi Yamato, the Yardmaster, joining our host, the Housecoat Gamer.
Yo.
Today we are discussing the Gladius-Class starship. Another Romulan design, and, well, let's just say this thing is unique for older style Romulan vessels. The wings wrap around it. There's a single warp nacelle only.
The design of the Gladius-Class is partially based off of the D5C Relentless class, as you can tell from the warp nacelle. However, it is derived also partially from the Tethys, but its engorged size also means it has a matter-antimatter reactor. Introduced during the 2280s, specifically 2281. The Gladius was designed to replace much of the older ships in the fleet, and give a more modern punch, also to complement Klingon designs that have been just gifted over the years due to their alliance.
Yeah.
And as you can tell, it's starting to look like a TNG Romulan ship, specifically the Didiridax.
Yeah, this is probably where the initial shape. This is probably where Romulan starships started getting into that proper shape.
The ship would serve the Navy quite well for 4 decades. But as with most of the Romulan Navy, most of the ships were retired or scrapped in favor of ships like the Didiridax.
Yeah, after the Tomed incident and after the Romulans started really diving into that whole artificial quantum singularity drive thing, they just couldn't really work with matter-antimatter reactors as well.
Well, it didn't help. Well, it didn't help that Romulan space is very, very, very short on dilithium.
Yeah.
Remus just can't produce enough of it for them.
Yeah.
Regardless, she's a small boat. 120 meters.
Yeah.
Armed with a few disruptor cannons, a plasma torpedo launcher, and a very old radiation cannon, as it were. That's what the big thing on top is.
Huh.
I actually have to look this up. I really am sorry. It's a complicated name, and I really, really shouldn't have to deal with it. A cohesive fused deuterium irradiation cannon.
Cohesive fused deuterium irradiation cannon. Oh, jeez. Well, STA does have rules for nuclear torpedoes.
Well, this is more of a radiation gun.
Fair enough.
For anyone wondering what the hell that actually means, think about how you treat cancer. There's a device, there's a window, there's little radiation pencils of cobalt-60 or something like that. I'm not entirely sure about the isotope, but it's an even number.
Yeah.
They open the window, you get a dose of radiation, it kills the cancer cells.
Hopefully without killing anything else.
Yeah, they're really... Yeah, the medical industry is really anal about that sort of thing. There was a huge incident in Golania a few decades ago. They're still dealing with that. Anyway, this works basically on the same principle, except instead of trying to, heal you, they're trying to kill you.
Yeah.
And it was quite effective until, well, shields started being a thing.
Yeah.
Still, it provides a nice backup weapon to the plasma torpedo launcher, because, well, they weren't entirely sure about its effectiveness.
Yeah.
Still, it's a radiation gun, so...
Yeah. And I'm not sure how to work that thing into special rules, so we'll leave that to the viewers to figure out. Anyway, speaking of, let's get to the stats. Looking this up before we started says this thing has a crew of 60, which, according to STA rules, is scale 3. 2281, 48 points. Reduce that by 1 to Ron's most hated number, 47. So, start with 7 points in everything, then add extra 5 points, then we can adjust points further. So 7 points in everything. 5 more. Is this thing a combat boat?
Light combat, heavy patrol. She's basically designed to replace the earlier Tethys, before some of the ships got retrofit with singularity cores.
Yeah. So we'll put an extra point into weapons and sensors each.
Oh gee, I wonder why. Look at the damn thing on top. Radiation cannon.
Yeah, so weapons 8, sensors 8, and we'll put an extra point into comms because, well, Romulans. Let's see. I'll put weapons and sensors at 9.
Decent enough for a ship this size.
Yep. Comms 8, computers 7, engines 7, sensors 9, structure 7, weapons 9.
I don't really have anything for special rules for you, other than the radiation gun.
Yeah.
And I've already told you it has disruptor cannons and a plasma torpedo launcher.
Yeah.
Well, TOS, plasma torpedo launcher.
Disruptor cannons, plasma torpedo launcher. Departments. I'm thinking point and security, point and con.
Not entirely sure where the third one would go.
Yeah.
Probably engineering, because the radiation gun.
Fair enough. Alright. So, now we get into space frame. So, now we get the space frame talents. So,
it's relatively rugged.
Right, so rugged design for 1.
And of course, probably cloaking device.
Yeah, we have that. I've put that in the special rules list.
Well, other than the plasma torpedo launcher of doom,
which is another special rule, the hyper-focused plasma torpedoes.
I can't really think of anything other than a descriptor trait of progenitor.
That works. And I think that's fine. You have room for a free talent and for a profile talent and a free talent.
So use that at your own recognizance.
Yep. And well, that's it for the Gladius. As usual, again, we don't have any ideas for how to work that radiation gun, so
do leave thoughts in the description.
Do leave thoughts in the comments. And I am very sincere. I am very much thinking of maybe doing a special edition episode at some point where we look at some of these designs where we don't have any ideas about how to incorporate some of the gimmicks and take them to someone who is and take them to people more well versed in STA than we are.
Regardless, leave thoughts in the comments. Because I want to know how the hell that radiation gun works too. Because I know it kills the crew.
Yeah.
Regardless, bye.